U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is sounding an optimistic note for getting the American economy back on track.
You said we've lost 9.5 million jobs. If we were properly measuring unemployment, it would register over 9%. I believe there's enough support in this package to relieve suffering and to get the economy quickly back on track. I'm hopeful that if we defeat the pandemic, that we can have the economy back near full employment next year. And I think this is the package we need to do that.
Wow. The nationwide unemployment rate was at 6.2% last month, with jobs still down by 9.5 million compared with pre-pandemic levels in February of last year. The Treasury Secretary is one of countless women working to get the economies of the world back on track. And many of these women are doing what is probably the most important work of their careers when they're well past the age of 50. That's why Know Your Value has teamed up with Forbes for a special 50 over 50 list to celebrate the women who have achieved significant success after that age and showcase the women who are shattering misconceptions about gender and age. And after 50 is increasingly where the power lies. The average age of the woman on the Forbes list of the world's most powerful women is 55. Let's bring in Chief Content Officer of Forbes Media and editor of Forbes, Randall Lane. Also with us for this conversation, we have Know Your Value's Daniela Pierre-Bravo. She's the co-author of Earn It and a contributor to Forbes for this list. And Daniela, let's start with first on this list. It's Janet Yellen. And she's got so many firsts. First woman to hold this position in the 232-year history of the U.S. Department of Treasury. She's the first person in American history to have led the White House Council on Economic Advisors, the Federal Reserve, and the Treasury Department. And at 74 is showing just how long that runway can be for women.
Well, yeah, Mika, we know the importance of having women like Yellen so visibly in leadership roles, particularly in finance and STEM, a field that is very much male-dominated. We've written and talked about it, how this trickles down not only to the confidence, but the ascension of young women that are in these fields. So it's absolutely pivotal to have women like her in these leadership positions. And her career doesn't just show that she's crushing stereotypes about age, which is, of course, a focus of the list, but of gender as well. And Randall, this is just a smidgen of what makes her such an important figure in finance. She, of course, has had such a pivotal role in dealing with the economic fallout of this pandemic.
Yeah, and we saw that clip just now. It's her credibility that's very important as a tool to sell this $1.9 trillion package. She talked about it being the right size, and because she's so qualified. By the way, all those jobs you just mentioned she had when she was over 50, but because she's arguably the most qualified Treasury Secretary ever, it's that credibility that's helping to sell this package.
And Daniela, second on our list is the youngest on our list today. At 57, Cecilia Rouse is chair of the Council of Economic Advisors. Tell us about the impact she's having.
Yeah, and she's the first Black leader named for that role. She decided actually to study economics at the encouragement of her mother at her freshman year at Harvard University for a very specific reason. It was the 1980s. The unemployment rate was the worst it had been since the Great Depression. And she wanted to study the labor market for that reason. And she wanted specifically to focus on the why behind why are people not getting the economic opportunity and the role that the discrimination and education can have. But she has experience in both academia and government, and now she's being lauded as the voice in the White House that is.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.